Oh man, I tell you what, penny pinching mama, don't be overwhelmed and don't be discouraged, because there's some help on your way. I can show you a few things that I am doing to keep from being overwhelmed when you're on this money saving journey, I guess I could say. So I'm looking at everything that I own and everything that comes into my home and thinking, okay, how can I use this more? So right now what I'm doing is, in the snow without my coat, I have this milk jug, and I normally would have thrown that away, but I am going ahead, put it in my greenhouse, and I'm using my milk jugs to do all kinds of winter sowing. And these are gonna be my planters for this year, because I'm not spending money on all of that new stuff that you can buy. I'm using milk jugs. Oh, it can be so overwhelming. It's like, oh, you know, normally we would just throw this away in the trash can, but you know what? Saving money can be so overwhelming. Oh, take a look. I have everything so completely and utterly organized in here. I am very happy with myself. I have these old containers that I'm using year after year, and I have my milk jug. I'm gonna put it right there because it's too cold today. I'm not gonna be planting anything. But think about it, a gallon of milk every week. That produces a lot of these jugs, and you can use these as little greenhouses in the springtime. Hey, here we go. Yes, I did write some few notes, and we're gonna work on the kitchen. So let's go ahead and let's start working in that kitchen. And I'm gonna share with you a few notes, and well, grab a cup of coffee. This is your little 10-minute break. I know most of you like watching me in the evening when the video comes up. Then I have a lot of you who watch me the following morning. And then I have a lot of you who watch my videos that you missed, and I wanna thank you guys so much for doing that. That has been a real blessing to me, because my videos are getting circulated not just 24 hours, but actually days after I post them, which really is helping me out. So thank you guys so much. So you're not alone in this quest to save money. Of course, you're seeing all of my videos, and that's pretty much the theme of all of my videos, because that's what my life is about. Back years ago, my life was something different, and then there was different videos. But don't get overwhelmed. So here are the things that I am learning. Every evening, I write a list of things that I want to do the next day. But don't make your list one of those things that, you know, only Superwoman could do. Make small lists. Because if you make a small list, then as you cross off those lists, it feels good. I make a list of waking up, getting dressed, making our bed. Those are the kind of things on my list, not putting a new roof on a house, you know, and things like that. It's small list, and then that keeps me from being overwhelmed. See, money to me in the past, I did not worship money, but I was fearful of it. I was fearful of losing it. I was fearful of losing it. I was fearful of having it. I was fearful of money. So fear is what was the factor in my money adventures. So I held on to it, and I was afraid of it. I was afraid of losing it. I was afraid of when it was lost. I was afraid of recovering from that. I was afraid of a lot. I just was living in fear. So I never liked being rich. I never wanted to be rich. I don't want to be rich. I was never rich. So you could never say, oh, Homestead Tessie was rich. I was never rich. I was worth a lot more money at one time in my life, but I wouldn't say I was rich. But rich is a relative word. So if you're talking about someone who lives in a third world country, then I was rich. But I am rich in a lot of ways, you know, and you all taught me that. Don't shop. So for me, I don't go away. And staying at home is the biggest thing for me, is staying home and being busy at finding things that I can do that don't cost money. Amazon was a big one for me because Amazon was just right there. And I would watch videos and I'd see people have things in their videos and I would want it. sometimes I thought to myself, why do I even want this? I know. I laugh at it now because it's such an eye-opener for me, because why did I buy this? Because so-and-so had it. Well, I used all of my items, so I didn't like throw them away, the items that I bought. It's just, it got so much of it. I did donate some things, but a lot of the things I am using now simply because I'm using what I got with what, you know, with what I have, and I'm not buying anything. So I don't go away. And then the whole Amazon thing is, I don't look at Amazon. I don't buy anything on Amazon. So if I see something that somebody has, you know what I do? I do what I did when we were first married. My sister-in-law had everything. Like in my 17-year-old mind, she had everything. She would go to Yankee and get candles, you know, she would spend an enormous amount of money. I tried to do what she did with not having money. So I would get crayons and I would melt crayons down and I would make candles. Of course, it wasn't the same thing, but whenever I saw something she had and I really coveted it and wanted it, I went home and thought to myself, okay, what can I do? Somewhat like the Tightwad Gazette, you know, what can I do with that? Well, I'm back to doing that now. So what can I do with that? And you're going to see a lot of things that I am doing. So you're going to see my laundry soap in a plastic oil container. Now, it never was used for oil, but I had it for free, and I'm using my homemade laundry soap in there. And you'll be seeing lots of little things like my milk jugs and things like that that I have that, hey, can I use this without wanting to buy something? I removed the temptation. So I did. I don't even window shop. Oh my goodness, I don't like window shopping. To me, I don't want to window shop. Window shopping makes you want things that you can't have, or it just, I don't know the purpose of it to window shop, because many times when you do window shopping, a lot of times you go back and a couple weeks later you don't really want it. So I stopped impulse buying, and I really stopped impulse buying at the grocery store. Yes, you can impulse buy at the grocery store. You know, you see these new products and you want to give them a try. If I want to impulse buy something, I will impulse buy it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And then I always have a limit of under $10. So I won't impulse buy anything, you know, expensive. So those are the things that I am doing. And now let's go into my rest of my day and just spend the day with me. When you go on the quest to save money, oftentimes that means a lot more physical work. So instead of going to the grocery store and buying a $4.50 loaf of bread, you spend all morning making bread. And then it can get overwhelming. But if you hit rock bottom, or you have a very fine line of what you can spend, it can be very overwhelming. Welcome to my channel. My channel is a little bit of everything that has to do with living simply, saving money, and just living abundantly on little. Well, my kitchen is a mess because I've been cooking all morning, and I've been making bread, and I've been saving a lot of money, but it's been taking a lot of work. The first thing I want to tell you is don't get overwhelmed. You have to start little at a time. You can't go from spending, let's say, $1,800 a month to spending $800 a month and not expect there'll be any kind of major change in your life. It's a little bit like a diet. So if you're used to eating everything that you wished, then all of a sudden you're going on this crash diet, immediately there's that big change. Well, it's no different. It's a financial diet. And that financial diet creates a lot of stress until you get used to it. They say it takes 2 to 3 months to get rid of a bad habit. So I got to wash these dishes, and then I am going to be doing some cleaning. And throughout all of that, I'm going to share with you some tips of how I'm coping with such a different lifestyle as far as not rewarding myself with things. I think for me, the hardest thing was that, you know, every once in a while I would, well, more than every once in a while, I would reward myself like with a book or with something like that. And, Now I'm finding that I can find joy in the everyday things, and I don't need to reward myself with anything. See, it used to be food, so I would reward myself with food, and then it became I wanted to reward myself with things, and I don't need things. I mean, look, my kitchen is full, everything is full. I don't need more things either. So now I reward myself in little ways, like when I go to the thrift store, I don't need to have a whole big bunch of stuff. I can have 1 or 2 items and really enjoy them. Take out more than what I'm putting in. So I gotta do all these dishes. I gotta get this kitchen cleaned up. I have bread rising by the wood stove. I do have a cake in here for my husband. I did make him a cake, and so that's what we're going to be doing. And I do have something for my husband too, and he doesn't know about it. It was given to me free, and I'm going to show it on, it's a product, but it's for my husband. A couple years ago, our son gave me this little iPad, and I like using it to play something inspirational when I am cleaning. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to play some John Denver. I wish I could play it for all of you, but I am not allowed to because of YouTube. Can you imagine how fun it would be if we could do all of that? So I'm gonna play some John Denver. I gotta go look to see if I can find some free on YouTube Music. So everything is free. So I don't have the Amazon Prime. So that means I don't have those kind of movies or anything like that. But that's okay, because I didn't really use it that much. I can still watch Little House on the Prairie on YouTube, and I can still watch The Waltons. In fact, there's a lot of places that you can watch everything pretty much, and it's free. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. Or do I want to, you know what? I think I'm going to listen to an old-fashioned radio station. All right. I'm gonna watch this, listen to this, not watch it. I'm gonna listen to this and get my work done. Okay, see you in a little bit.
Made in California.
Lately, I've been using this as my dish soap. It is a small bar of soap that I made that I fill it with water, and then when the water gets empty, I just fill it up with water again. It works amazing. So I just pour like some of the water in like this. It's basically water with some soap in it. And then when I'm done cleaning, I just fill it up with hot water. And I can use it over and over again until my little bar of soap is complete. And it smells really good too. Take that part out. If you remember right, my husband got a tool shed last year. This is the bilateral laser distance meter. And when he works on the deck this summer or this spring, he will be very happy to be able to use this. So let me open it up. So this is a surprise for him. So he doesn't know he's getting this. So it is run by USB. It comes with its own cord like this, so you can put it around your wrist, you could put it around your pocket. It's really nice to have if you're a carpenter. Also comes with its own patch. Also comes with its own pouch. So I love the products. So this is what it looks like. It does come with its own USB charger. And let's go ahead and let's turn it on. It's so simple and easy to use. It has a really nice LCD interface. If you want to measure the distance, so if you're a carpenter and you're working on building things, or as my husband needs to replace some of his wood for his deck, this would be perfect for that. So it has a laser beam, and you can point it to where you wish, and it will give you the distance readout. Also has a memory, so it's really nice to have this because it does have the memory, so it can keep track of the distance measurements. That way if you're working on a bunch of different projects at one time, which is really nice. So this would be great. My husband can measure out the deck, and then he can go and cut the wood according to the measurements. You can also go with the measurements of a room, which makes it really nice. It is very nice and handheld. As you can see, the digital readout here is really nice. And also with the memory, you can also delete the memory and start over. This is a really nice, very nice gadget compared to the old-fashioned measuring tape. This is great to have, and it'd be great to have it in his tool shed, which I'm going to be giving it to him when I turn off this video. A little disclaimer, I did receive this free of charge. I did not buy this personally, and so my review is based on getting it for free. And I got it because I wanted to give it to my husband. So I said yes to the product because these are amazing products that I love, and my husband loves them, but I did get it for free, and so I am reviewing it with that in mind, that it was a free product for me. I think another thing that I'm doing now that I didn't do before as much is I'm focusing on wildlife. You know, Earl the squirrel I talk about all the time, and Earl the squirrel has given me a lot of happiness. This fell, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up and just go around my property every single day and look what needs to be cleaned up, even in the snow. So let's go put this back. Earl the squirrel makes a mess. So when he's climbing inside here, everything shakes and rattles and things drop. But I like it. It gives me something to do, and he's a mess. There we go. Looks so much better. So I just go around, and I like to feed Earl the squirrel. So I'm feeding him. Oh, he ate all of the corn up there. And I like making popcorn because I have like 40 pounds of it, you know, back when I was doing so much big prepping. So we make a lot of popcorn, and then the kernels don't pop. Then what we do is we give it to the animals. You'd be surprised how busy you can make your life by just being at home and just diddle-daddling around and doing stuff. And then honestly, so much has changed with me. I love the thrift store, but I just don't feel like I have to go there every week anymore.